Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As per the usual, I am Gibble S. Gibble. Greetings and salutations, and welcome back. As you can see here, we are in a different world, per se. But I was able to join one of SlackATK's community Minecraft servers. And we've been able to record on it, so I'm going to throw a couple of videos up there and show you what we've done so far. We'll explore some of the other bases and so on and so forth, but I'll get permission before the base builder before I do that. But as things are usual, this is SlackATK, and if you're enjoying the video, please give it a like, and if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. So let's get out of here in the version of theirs, and you see we turned day 2. We did the end, and we're in creative, so it's Minecraft creative on top of some other stuff. This is the first shot at my PC, and it's able to run Minecraft with no issues. But yeah, it's a Slack's community server, and has creative among other things. So we'll get back here and we'll take a quick look at what we see out here so far. Both of those buildings were brought in by Creative, so we have the ability to port and some other fun stuff. Currently, there is 189 mods on the server, so giving you a base idea, we are right here currently. And what we're going to do today is we're going to explore my base. And then there'll be a couple other places that we'll explore, but so far on this server is kind of crazy because the Illager towers are here, but they're vacant. But surprisingly, we have these pirate ships right here that are crawling with Illagers. So they upgraded to pirate ships for them so far on the server as we're exploring, because the server began, I want to say December 2nd or 3rd. I could be wrong about the date, but we're at that point where we're almost reaching a month on the server. We started with 22 active community members, all active via Slack's community. And he put this thing together. So we're going to get out of here. So now, cool thing about this is it's a creative, so it's a creative survival. So we have tech, and we have backpacks, and we have a couple of other things of interesting things. So this was spawn, and we have the ability to teleport. The cheats are off, so we can't personal port, but we have these waystones that allow us to take us to several different areas throughout the world. Okay, I'm backed out. So far we have several cool things and other things that have gone so far. Like I said, we raided the end day 2, and we have potato guns and other things in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll around to the back side of my we'll go through. I have built a rail line from the spawn to our base. But yeah, as you see, we have tech available where you can use water wheel power. There are some places that have steam engines, among other things. So, like I said, Slack spawned in both of these buildings, and one's going to be a cobblestone factory, and this will be actually the start of a server-wide rail line. So war plates and so on and so forth, but we have here the community rail line goes to the community warehouse. So I've essentially took over the job. I've decided to be the grinder of the server. So I've been on the server every single day since it first been on there, about 10 to 12 hours per day. So we'll be heading over that way for, let me find my cart I just had. And there's a couple of us that are on right now. But like I said, I don't have permission to show their bases yet, so I'm not going to. But over there we have Forever's Trash's base. We also have CF's over here. But like I said, as we'll get into more detail, we will ask for their permission And even though we have permission on the server to do recording, I'd rather ask the actual create person on their of their build if it'd be all right with them. So we're gonna roll back, but you can see kind of my base in the far distance. I went kind of with one of my normal build areas, and some of the players have kindly enough to actually built us a beacon down below. So this is our claim. Like I said, there are different mods where mods available here. Like we have the ability to harvest rice, onions, tomatoes, cabbage, and cucumbers. Excuse me. And this is our tree farm over here that anybody have access to, because I've decided to do all the groundwork for the community, so everything that's here is up for grabs besides what's in my main room. But I also built a raid area for the illagers with 4 snipering posts and so on and so forth. We got a little bit of everything here. We'll go back down over here. And like the first level, as usually, we dug straight down to bedrock level. So we'll do a quick peek down there, and that goes straight all the way down to bedrock. Or I think it should go to bedrock. So then it goes all the way up, and it goes all the way up to my penthouse. Now, what we did so far is that we made a villager market down below. So at the moment, we have 5 librarians. 5 librarians, 1 farmer, 1 cleric, which is I'm going to turn in some of my stuff for. And we also have a leather worker. We have our fishing named Davy Jones. We have our mason named Mason. And we have 2 armor smiths that can essentially create diamonds. That's Cool Hand Lou as well over there. And we'll go up into the tower right now. But, excuse me. Let me try and fix that problem. So, the first level here is all community food and so on and so forth. So whatever wants to build or eat, it's all in these chests for food-wise. We have signage for explanation of all our floor levels: food, weaponry, armory, blocks, enchantment, furnace, and my place. Take what you need, whatever you want. So that was the first level. Our second level is going to be our armory. So we have all your iron weapons over here, gold over here, diamond over there, and whatever left is over here. We also have the following level, which is the armory, which is all armor as well. So we have the leather on one side, the gold, the iron, and the diamond over here as well. That we've been farming and getting everybody enchanted gear just because we have the ability to. And yeah, so next level we have our block levels where all of our building materials are. Nothing. We also have several different block types here, like, where's that scoring? The Viridium, which looks like dragon scale. It's actually a pretty blue, pretty green. We also have the Azuri and the Crimsite, as well as Blackstone. We also have the Scora, which is kind of interesting because with tech you have the ability to grind blocks together, so you can grind them down and create stuff. In this particular case, Scora, it actually gives you the ability to grind down into and actually make blaze rods and or powder. Let me put on my gear. But we also have accessories that we can put on it as well. Like I have night vision goggles, scarf in a different area. We have the backpacks that are very large, That's part of one of the mods. Is like my diamond backpack has 105 storage capacity, and other modifications we can doing creative stuff. So we have our block room here. Next up we have our enchantery, which is I set up three enchanting booths, and we have our books here that are tier 2 books, our tier 3 books here that have 3 enchantments on there, and then we have our singles right over here. And each one has different levels for everybody to modify their stuff. Next up we have the furnace room, which is full of auto furnaces and some other interesting stuff. The different windows and stuff like that. But yeah, there's 180 some odd mods on here, so there's a lot of interesting stuff. And then we come up to the very top of the penthouse, which is my base. Essentially, kind of same one. We have the copper backpacks that have the jukebox modifications, advanced junk jukebox upgrade, that allows you to play music whenever you want. So we have some backpacks that do different things. We have auto feeder backpacks. You name it, you can make it happen. So we got all our other stuff over here, and we have, like I said, at the very top, I put a scout tower up top, so we can see some of the area that's around us. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, spawns that way. We're currently, like I said, we're over here. So we see how big the footprint that I have. This is my essentially encampment. And the rail line goes all the way over to spawn. We have various interesting things. Yeah, I think that's Shabs and a couple there. But yeah, we have a couple other YouTubers that have joined his community server as well. I think Toxic Banana and Shab also have joined the server. And it's all part of SlackATK's community server. So the world is Everlong. So it's essentially, go as many blocks as you want. I think we have at least there's 23,000 blocks. Here's the furthest that I've seen people travel. And so far in this world, to make it interesting, the amount of crazy shit we have found is kind of crazy. Because we have actually all of the lines that I've set up for my waypoints. And so far, we have actually, part of the mods in this build is actually gives you D&D areas, so you actually travel down into dungeons and fight through stuff like that. So far, we've found, I think, 9 temples. Yeah, we found 9... I'm sorry. Yeah, we found about 6 villages. We found, I think, 4 or 5 D&D dungeons. We have found airships. We have found underwater temples. We have 6 of those. We have 9 pirate ships. We found 7 loot houses. And some other areas that are questionable at best. But the pirate ships are probably the most interesting. Because, like I said, instead of having the illagers in there, because we've only found 1 illager tower so far. But it's kind of cool, but kind of interesting as well. It's like they put all the illagers on boats. So we're just going to scramble over here. And we'll port to one of the other interesting areas. With the build, we're going to hop in one of our boats. We're going to take out to one of the pirate ships. But yeah, there's also sky bases here that were either created with the mod or they were with the mods themselves or the actual moderators. They have sky bases and so on and so forth. You can just see, like, we'll be running one over here. We're actually right underneath one, actually. So their entire print on the water has been very interesting. But we're going to head over to one of the pirate ships right here to show you a quick thing what we're talking about here. But yeah, it's like I said, I've found 9 underwater temples right now, and they're all in close proximity, which is weird as hell in my opinion. But we have the broken portals. We're running on Curse Forge. We also are running 1.10, I think, for the actual server of Minecraft. So I think 1.10, I think it is. Yeah, and apparently with the new upload, the drowned are more of a pain in the ass than they already previously are. But yeah, there are several pirate ships out here just like this. And most of the time they're crawling with illagers. And there's actually a spawner on the end of one right now. But yeah, they usually put them into the boats, but it's kind of crazy. But like I said, we have the one pirate. I think I've said 9 to 12 pirate ships that we have so far. I've run over and found. There's plenty more out there, but I've only explored a little bit of the world. So we'll go over to one of the D&D areas, because I haven't really been to that one yet. So we'll take a quick run down there and just show what it is, because I actually literally haven't been down there yet. We've found them, marked them, and went from there. My night vision is actually pretty interesting, because I put on my night vision, so I see a whole bunch of things now. You can literally see that dungeon in the bottom of the base now over there. But I'm actually geared now, so it literally can actually make it work. So I won't get immediately waxed. What is this? But yeah, they have different areas we can go down to. Unsweet lemonade, so there was somebody that died there. Yeah, these steps are kind of ridiculous. Well, yeah, they have a different channel down each way. Like I said, they must have blocked a couple of them out because they didn't like what they found, but or those ones that they've already destroyed. But we'll find out. We'll actually venture down these eventually and get some loot. But yeah, literally all kinds of crazy stuff that's still in here. I just gotta find a way the fuck out of here. There it is. But there are, I think, I found 4 of these so far. So each one has a little bit of area. We have several of the other community members. We have access to their bases, so we will be teleporting them, and we will be taking a peek at their bases after I get their permission to. Even though, like I said, we're able to record in the server, but I'd rather just ask. So if they don't want to show something right now, we can respect their wishes. So we're just going to show you a few things here that are part of the group sections, or part of the world generated areas that we don't have here. Because like I said, around me there is 2 or 3 community members. So they've all put their bases over there, but I don't want to potentially record without their consent, so we're just not going to go check those areas out. So we'll go a couple other areas. Like we have some places where there are sky bases and stuff there. Well, like, let's see, we have enough time, so we'll probably hit up one of the sky bases, and we'll hit up one of the, I call it the cathedral, but it looks like a giant Notre Dame. The old school church. And I just wrecked up some of my leaves. I gotta go fix those. So we'll take that side trip real quick. Let's see here. So we'll go fix those lily pads. Because that happens sometimes. Oh, I wiped out 4 of them. Lovely. Sorry, my bad, my bad. So, we're going to take the warp portal, and we'll go to a couple of them. It doesn't cost experience points, but you do build the waystone, and you can port to several different areas like we saw earlier. So we'll port to the flying machine, which just takes us to a different area, and it'll take us to that sky base. And there is, these are guarded by phantoms, wither riding phantoms. So you can tell how it gets a little crazy, crazy when you have withers that you would find in the nether that are actually in full armor and can do a whole shitload of damage. Not the best options, not pleasant. But we're able to deal with them because we had issues like we cleared this out, I think, yesterday or the day before. There was 4 of us, and I was able to actually build out until the spawners, land on them, take them out, and then fall, and hopefully fall into the water that we have set down, and so on and so forth. But yeah, these things are fucking huge. Like, we are right over here for the sheer size of this base. This is what it looks like on the map in the sky print, and this is the actual size of the damn thing. But yeah, it's crazy builds, and these are all generated by the world itself. So, and there's loot in all of these. We'll do a cliffhanger. But yeah, they're craziest things out here. And the next one we have, since we're running low on time, we'll head over to the cathedral. We'll port over there, and then you'll see that scale of that thing, and it helps nicely because it's actually becoming daytime. But this is the cathedral. This thing is fucking huge. Let's go over to our map of the area. And this is where we're at right now. This is the size of the cathedral. So, I want to say it's 10 blocks per 10 blocks per grid. I'm not sure. The X there could be 20, but you can see the sheer size of this damn thing. And that's just the outsides of it and the other things in it. But yeah, we'll do a quick size inside to show off some of this stuff. We looted this area already, but it's literally, there is 200 and some odd loot containers in here, and this thing is about 200 blocks tall. Or 100 blocks tall. It could be 150, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but there is several, probably around 15 floors, give or take. And some other interesting things, so. But I've started up a little helpful shelter over here for people who are exploring, because this area, they will summon the enemies that will literally summon D&D characters you would see in D&D games, but they turn them into actual mobs in this mod pack. And yeah, so they have some of them that are the Koatoa. They look at the Koatoa, the frog people. We have that actually at their base. We actually can port over to the frog base. Frog village. And they're cute little frogs. This one is currently playing music. We have this one carrying an umbrella. We have a witch over here who's actually casting magic spells. It's cool. This one's doing stuff. We have some that are fishing and a couple other things. Oh, he granted us haste, not healing. So yeah. And you see the frogs just spinning in the rain, dancing in the rain. They're cute little cutesy things. And like I said, this one's playing music. That one's playing the drums. We had a couple fishing. And there's other stuff over here too. That is another loot house. That's there. That's got some interesting mobs in it. But we'll explore that another day, because we're almost out of time. But yeah, this was just a quick glimpse of what we've been doing on the server. Eventually we're going to be doing a big real of each base at some point, but for the time being, this is just what I'm seeing and willing to show off with what we have available. But yeah, so this is the SlackATK community server. So, but I think that will do it for us for here. I thank you all for coming out to the channel. And until next time, this is Cobble saying have a good night, and we shall see you in the next one.